Hello, this is John with Anthem Business Solutions, and today we're going to go over how to set up catering for online ordering. Now, unable to do this, you are going to need to make sure you've set up catering for your workstation as well, because you do need to have the groups and the sections and the rooms already pre-configured and able to use this part, or able to configure this. And then the second thing you need to do is to make sure you even have this option. So go to the admin portal, which is hrpos.heartland.us. Go to your menu icon here at the top left, and then go to location setup. And then once we're in location setup, you'll go to online ordering. And here you should see a tab for catering. If you do not see this catering tab, then it's not turned on, and only dealers and Heartland support can turn that on. Once you get that turned on, then it's just a matter of going in here and filling in the blanks. The first option is future days allowed for catering orders. This is how far in advance do you want your customers to be able to order catering. So I'm just going to put 100, but you may want a year or half year or a quarter. That's just up to you. And then the next field is catering cutoff time. This is if you're ordering catering for the following day, what's the cutoff time and able to be alerted for the next day. So I might say, you know what, I need half the day, so I'm just gonna say 12 p.m. If everything's submitted by 12 p.m., I can make it for the next day. Now, if you're ever not sure of some of these fields, just remember, if you see this question mark icon next to it, you can hover your mouse or stylus over that and read what that field's description is. It'll help a little bit. Next is the ticket prefix. For online ordering, I usually do OLO. For catering, I may just do like cater. And that way, this is what's going to print on the receipts and the kitchen tickets. That way they know it's for catering. Disable future ordering. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that. I don't see a reason to do it. That's kind of the point. Next, I'm not going to choose delivery for this catering. I'm just going to do the carry out section. But if you have to check this box to allow the carry out to even be active. If this isn't checked, it's just not going to work. You have to check that. Carry out room. This is why it's important to make sure you have your rooms already pre-configured. So if you don't have your room pre-configured, please go watch my other videos on creating a room. And then credit card payment types, same as for online ordering. You want to force them to use credit card at the point of placing the order, or do you want to allow them to pay in person, or do you want to allow them both? For training purposes, I'll just go ahead and choose both. But a lot of establishments choose, well, I take that back. For catering, it's not uncommon to see both, because a lot of times the companies that do a lot of catering already have a partnership with you and take checks later on, et cetera, et cetera. So choose that which best applies to you. Carry out, you can set carry out minimum and maximums if you'd like. Like we only do catering if it's over $100. That blank though. And carry out tips allowed. I think they should be. Print checks immediately on receiving the order. I think it should. But again, choose those whichever best fits you in your establishment. And then order completion message. Like cater message. You for your something simple. You can put other stuff in there if you want, and it's something up to you. And then you need to set what days of the week you want this working. Oops, you got to click add new first, and then it will allow you to select the days. Say Saturday and Sunday we don't do catering. Now we got to hit that church crowd. We'll go into it. All right, and then for the menu group, you want to pick catering. Again, this is something you need to have pre-configured. or plan for in advance. So if you haven't created a menu group for catering, I recommend doing so. Otherwise, you can use food group or online group, but that's usually catering menu is a little different than the regular menu. And then you can choose an upsell group if you have one. If you aren't sure what the upsell group does, I will have a separate video on that as well. And then you set the start time, end time on when you want catering to be available online. I don't care if it's on there all the time. So I'm gonna go 12 to 11. Okay, and then of course you can do a carryout override. This is, are you like, I'm gonna be open for Christmas, say December 25th, or closed, so I want to have a closed menu during that day. And if you aren't sure how to create a carryout override menu and you don't understand what I just did with the menu group, please go see my other video about the carryout override for online ordering. And then at this point, you just hit save. And it will show save successful there. If you didn't see save successful, then I would be alarmed and make sure you didn't accidentally forget something on there. All right, so now let's do the delivery portion of this. So it's right next to carryout. I want you to see delivery because some places don't have just catering pickup, they have delivery as well. So I want you to see that in case your establishment has that as an option. So I would click on delivery, and it's really the same questions as the carryout one for the most part. And there's a few extra things in here, but you do have to check that box, enable for it to be allowed, otherwise it won't work. You need to choose the room, so we chose catering. Payment methods, we want, I chose both for this example. Delivery minimum, you know, since there's additional cost to delivering the food, maybe it's worth it for you to add a minimum on this one. So maybe not worth my while if it's not over $100 kind of idea. But again, that's up to you and your establishment. Same with these, up to you. Delivery tips allowed. I think they should be. Print the orders immediately. I think it should be. Messages, I'm going to skip, but you saw that on the carryout one. And then same with delivery menu and the override menu. You're going to hit save to save the changes. Okay, and then once you save, you should get this delivery area to pop up here. And you need to add a new polygon. And you need to make sure and add what delivery areas you have. I'm gonna add something big here real quick. Okay, and then you've got fees. You can do a blue zone and an orange zone, and you can set up fees if you want. I didn't set up any fees, but you can set up fees if you want. Hit save on that. There you go, save successful. Make sure you publish changes. Now, once you publish changes, then you can go up here you can pull up your online ordering page. If you notice, this part looks the same. This didn't change any, but over here we have a catering link now. It says go to catering. So if you click on that hyperlink, it takes you to this page, which looks a lot like your online ordering page, except for it's got the catering there. And if you notice, it has the catering menu. So it's got the catering sections or categories, which if you have multiple, they'll show up across here. Then of course it'll go into your items. And then you have the option for delivery or pickup. And either one of these, you click on them and it gives you the option again for delivery or pickup. So you can choose date and time that you want it and deliver to location, or you can do the pickup option. You can do curbside if you'd like. And I went ahead and placed an order and sent it just so you can see what it looked like here, but you'll see that it shows up. It's got our prefix that we selected, +1 because it's the first one. The next one would be 2 and 3 and et cetera, et cetera. And it's got the customer name, That's catering. It's also got the future order information there. And then if you notice here, we have the room that we created, and it's got the little 1, meaning that there's a ticket there. And then of course, if we go to search and see what that color means, we know that means future order. So that is working as intended, but that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay up to date on the latest tips and tricks? Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.